I haven't been in the studio in like 6 or 7 months, and I haven't written anything since that battle. So, I mean, honestly, it's kind of depressing. But today, I'm going in there to record. I got the itch this week. I wrote some. You guys can be the judge. But if y'all are here for it, like, share, comment, subscribe. Come on the ride with me. All right, you guys, we're off to the races. Yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of excited. It has been a long time since I've recorded a song or even written. Okay, this whole reaction video stuff has kind of taken me by storm, and sometimes I feel like it takes from my creativity. I'm a creative at heart, you guys. I like creating original stuff, and I've been doing a lot of reactions with both of my channels. But sometimes, actually, when I discover certain music, I'm like, yo, I'm ecstatic. That's real. However, a lot of times when I'm just doing vlogging and basic stuff like that, I actually have a little more. It's just funner sometimes, just because I like putting things together, trying to, figure it out. But yeah, today we are going to the studio and recording a song, and it's not structured like a normal song. The other day, I just decided, I was like, man, I've really been missing the creative spark, something that I've been passionate about and doing my whole life. This is the longest time I've gone without writing anything, writing anything down in my phone or even down on paper. So the other day I was just listening to beats and I heard one. Shout out to Ramen Beats. And I was like, oh, this is the one. And I just started writing and, mixing. It's a little social conscious to some degree. Also dealing with, I guess you'd call it forbidden wisdom or, old school knowledge and information. So you guys are going to see as the vlog continues, because I'm going to be going to the studio with my lead engineer, Blitz, mixed by Blitz, which I got two really good engineers at Mount Olympus. That's the recording studio I own. But mixed by Blitz, he's on Odyssey Records with Stevie Stone. He's a dope engineer, producer, rapper, all that. And then in the other room in our second studio, we got Andrew. Y'all have seen him do some of the Gen Z reactions with me. But he actually replayed that Welcome Back Cotter style intro I did for the channel. He actually is a classically trained pianist, and he produces, engineers, raps, and sings and plays piano at a really high level. So I'm blessed to be surrounded with talent, but I'm just never at the studio like that. I'm always in the underground basement recording these damn reactions. So I got to find some balance in my life. But I decided to go ahead and document this because I'm actually really excited. I like this track that I'm working on. Again, I'm pushing back on calling it a song. It is a song, but there's no hook. It's just a 32 bar verse, me going in. I'm trying to find a really cool sample to kind of, have some speaking on the track as it wraps up, but we'll see. I'm on my way to the studio. I don't have the verse totally memorized, so I'm gonna have to spit it from my phone. And then I also need to find this sample, but we got a lot of stuff in store for y'all, so let's get it, man. Guys, just getting into the studio. I love being in the office. Here you go, check it out. Y'all didn't know, over there is where we podcast. My bad. Over here is where we podcast the 40-year-old FUQ boy stuff. So that's kind of behind the scenes, and we're working on another station here. But all right, let's get to it, man. Studio B. Yeah. Both studios have a booth. Studio B's booth is behind that door. That's why I'm rocking today. Welcome to Mount Olympus Recording Studios. The man, the myth, the legend, Blitz. Say what's up.
What up?
Check 1 2 1 2. Yeah. All right, man. Let's do this. Yup, yup. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. If I could get my vocals up a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yo, man on a mission. I don't rap for commission. Quack, bang, big shock like the fat electrician. Stand my position, putting facts over fiction. You hooked on every line now, that's an addiction. No cure for cancer, from the past to the recent. But somehow they brought dire wolves back from extinction, faster than blinking. Now my vision is clearer, genetic encryption. Three-headed chimera, chat through. Yeah. It sounds pretty good. I can get it. I could use the vocals a little bit more up. For anyone watching this video, um, typically I try to one take everything. I'm still old school like that. It's almost like the Motown days where they had to one take stuff. But in this era, you have studio magic where you could punch in some. I know some rappers and big rappers, they'll rap like this. Yo, I get the money and I keep it on the move. Then they'll stop recording. Then they'll punch in. Yeah, and that's how it goes. I keep it on the groove. And they just keep punching in. That's not really my style. So you guys get to see behind the scenes how I work when I record. And we in here with Mixed by Blitz, the one and only. All right, let's get it. I actually like the way that sounds. I could do it better, I think. But that, like, the whole beginning part is where it needs to be, in my opinion. Man on a mission. I don't rap for commission. Quack, bang, big shock like the fat electrician. Stand my position, putting facts over fiction. You hooked on every line now, that's an addiction. No cure for cancer, from the past to the recent. Somehow they brought dire wolves back from extinction, faster than blinking. Now my vision is clearer, genetic encryption. Three-headed chimera, in this new era. These kids is all capped, straight jacket, hold arms. These kids is all strapped, fall back. Cause the way that I'm living, I made a decision to stop all the racial division, playing a victim. You exist in a trap, scrolling for the truth. There's a glitch in the app, digital maps, codes with minimal hacks, truth shadow banned with a visible axe, invisible cracks where bots live in the chat, attack your thought process till a vivid collapse. I'm giving you stats to break through the grid, quit feeding the network. Straight to your kids, your food is information, music, information, the news, more info. Ah! I kind of felt that one. We might have to keep that, but let's listen to it. Yep. That might be the one. That actually was sounding pretty sick. Play it one more time because I just want to make sure I enunciated everything exactly how I want. The last end I really paid attention. The first part I was just vibing because it sounded good. All right, you guys. So I landed a perfect take all the way into the bar. Quit feeding the network straight to your kids. So I'm gonna punch in. Now this is what they call studio magic, that you could not do this in the 50s, 60s with the technology they had, right? So you had to one take Jake and get it all. So that's why I always give super props to the OGs who had to do it like that. But right now I'm about to punch in, and then you guys are gonna get to see the real studio magic, which is ad libs, which connects the verse. Because there's points where I like stop, you know, like when I'm rapping da 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 da, and there's a little space, and I like to fill those spaces with like a or like get back, or like sound effects, you know what I'm saying? So that's always fun. Anyways, we getting into it. Mixed by Blitz is in the building. Lego. The original tech created by God, so they hack or deep fake the word. There's something, I think there's a syllable missing. Deep fake the word, you know. Now that's an odd article to reach the math. Something is missing in the syllable there. But all right, that was a hard one to put together because as I wrote it, I started thinking of the God particle, and me not being a physicist, I looked it up, and it has stuff to do with matter and mass. So I was like, okay, let me configure this with like this, forbidden wisdom concept and God, because, you know, I'm a believer, and I wanted to flip that in there to reach the mass, like the masses, but also incorporate like actual mass and matter, which is, the recent findings of the God particle make all these things possible type of thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get after it. But I wrote that bar last, and it was the trickiest to write to make it make sense. So, all right. Created by God, so they hack your physiology. Deep fake the word. Now that's an odd article. To reach the mass, you need the God particle. Yeah. So, essentially, I did not get this verse in one take. So I did the majority of the verse. So it was probably like 20 bars. Then I had to punch in, and I had to punch in the last bar because I wrote it last. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have it fully memorized. Also, there were some tweaks and things I had to do to make it fit rhythmically because the concept, I added this God particle concept at the end to be, multi-layered because of the concept in physics and science that I'm not expert on about the God particle, matter and mass and all these things, but also reaching the mass, right? You need the God particle and a deep fake of the word. So it's kind of complex there, but we landed it. It took so overall, I mean, it took like 6 takes to get the whole verse, but I did 2 punch-ins. So I did I did like 20 bars, then I did like, I don't know the math, because this is a 32 bar verse. So I did like 20 bars, then like 8 bars, and then 4 bars. And that's what it took. So what I was talking about, the studio magic happening, that's the studio magic. We spliced it together. Now, right now, we're about to get into what's called the overdubs, where I make it stronger. And I'm going to flip the camera so you guys can kind of see how it layers in the actual wave file. But right now, I'm doing the overdubs to make my vocals a little stronger. You don't overdub everyone. You can't. Tupac layered his vocals. I don't. I do like every other one. So you guys will see how that works. Then we'll do ad-libs, which connects everything. So hope you guys are enjoying this behind the scenes. We're at Mount Olympus with Mixed by Blitz. Let's go. I'm gonna try to multitask and read my bars while showing you the background of how these wave files work. So let's get it. All right, I'm ready when you are. Yeah. Man on a mission. I don't rap for commission. Shock. Stand my position. Putting facts over fiction. Nah, that's an addiction. No cure for cancer. To the recent dire wolves back from extinction. Three-headed chimera in this new era. All cap, straight jacket, hold arms. These kids fall back. We doing the ad-libs, y'all. Let's go. Ha-ha. Yeah. We're looking for sound effects, an electric shock sound effect right now, you guys.
I'm liking these ones that were up here.
That one that I said, I thought that was cool. Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
that
it's
one's
got that
good.
piercing feel to it.
Hell yeah.
Big shock like the fat electrician.
Hey, that was hard, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be dirty.
Bang, bang, big shock like the fat electrician. Stand my position, putting facts over fiction. You hooked on. Man on a mission. I don't rap for commission. Quack, bang, big shock like the fat electrician. Stand my position, putting facts over fiction. You hooked on
right
every
on that down
That's
beat.
an addiction. Quack, bang, big shock like the fat electrician. Stand my
There we go.
position. Putting facts over fiction. You lamb set you free. Forbidden scrolls and pyramids. It's encoded in stone. The voice.
There it is.
The original technology created by God, so they hack your. Now they brought dire wolves back from extinction, faster than blinking.
Yo,
Now my vision is clearer, genetic.
I actually like when you were playing it, like there's that wolf howling in the background.
Yeah.
I think you should just cut the beat out and just go ahead and just let us hear the howl. I think that'll add something to it. I could be tripping. Let's see.
Let's hear it.
That's an addiction, no cure for cancer. From the past to the recent, somehow they brought dire wolves back from extinction, faster than blinking.
Yep.
I can turn it up now a little bit
Yeah, a
too,
little
just so
bit,
it
make it
stands
more-
in.
The recent, somehow they brought dire wolves back from extinction, faster than blinking. Now my vision is clearer, genetic encryption. Three-headed chimera in this new era.
Yeah, that's hard.
Keep the fat electrician, stay in my position.
The electricity sounds perfect in
Yeah.
that background. So I was gonna have you sample something, but instead I wrote something to do the intro and outro.
Bet.
I'm gonna need you to make me sound like a wizard or like old knowledge. Like I'm gonna
Okay,
we'll have
bet.
to put some. I'll have to put some acting impression in my voice, and you'll have to put some crazy effects on it.
Bet.
So
That's gonna be dope.
hell yeah.
The slaughter, or the lamb set you free. Forbidden scrolls and pyramids, what do we know? Under tombs in the floors, there's a gateway below. The truth ain't televised, it's encoded in stone. The voice of silence when you're holding your phone.
And then you got the outro and the intro.
Yep.
Dope. Let's do it.
All right, let's go rock this outro and intro. So, just so you can hear the intro is kind of wild. I don't know how to say it yet, but it's gonna be like, the truth was never written. It was woven into trees, the wind, and the silence between thought. God speaks in nature, and nature never lies. Something
That's
like
hard,
that.
actually.
Something like
Yeah,
that. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I don't know. And then the outro's longer. I got to get the outro down, but let's go for it. I'm going to
Let's do
leave
it.
this angle on in here, but they're going to be able to hear you through your mic and my mic as we do it. So I think
Dope.
that'll be kind of cool.
Let's do it. Let me get just a beat section. And I'll just loop this thing for now.
Was never written. It was woven into trees, the wind, and the silence between. All right.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Here we go.
The truth was never written. It was woven into the trees, the wind, and the silence between thought. God speaks in nature, and nature never lies.
That's kind of hard, though.
Can we make that work?
Hold on, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Because I have this little effect on here for right now just to hear
The
it.
truth was never written. It was woven into the trees, the wind, and the silence between thought. God speaks in nature, and nature never lies.
The trees, the wind, and the silence between thought. God speaks in nature, and nature never lies.
That's hard.
Oh, this is crazy.
Truth was never written. It was woven into the trees.
That's really hard.
That's crazy.
Back.
The truth was never encrypted in
And I like how it sounds like it's the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the first one's like more chill, and then the second one's like into the song, like the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Technology created by God, so they hack your physiology. Deep fake the word, now that's an odd article. To reach the mass, you need the God particle.
Wisdom is hidden in plain sight, buried it in stone, encrypted in parables. But Christ said the kingdom of God is within you. Not lost, not far, but within. So while the world chases signs in the sky, the faithful remember what was written in the heart. Not all truth is forbidden. Some just forgot how to look.
Sheesh.
What are we calling this one?
I don't effing know. I've actually been trying to, you know what? The Glitch Gospel.
The Glitch Gospel?
Yeah. There's a glitch in the Matrix, man. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but that's what I was thinking. Just because, like, basically, I'm trying to give a social conscious message also like a faith-based message, but with real world and new time activities, because I just see all these things in real time happening and just trying to, I don't know, this is just what came to me. Like I literally just got the itch. I was like, I can't go any longer without creating music. So I found this beat and then I started writing, and this is just the first thing that came. I was like, I'm just gonna write 32 bars, no hook, you know what I'm saying? So
nah, I like it. It's dope.
Anyways, you guys, we made it to the end process. He's actually bouncing the track. Were you able to master it, or we did? Oh, so you saw this all in real time. He recorded, he mixed, he mastered, he got all the ad-libs, all the sound effects, everything. He's bouncing it over. He's gonna email it to me, and now I have a legit track ready to send to CD Baby or DistroKid or whatever. I could distribute it. But honestly, the next phase of this, I'm gonna do a music video to this. And just so no one's confused, I know it's kind of an abstract way, but this is an abstract way of me just saying that God is in the details. Also, that end piece, I'm talking about God lives within you in your heart, right? When you get saved, when you know what I'm saying, you believe in Jesus, that's what I believe. And I don't know, I think I wrote it kind of nuanced, and I'm interested how people are going to perceive it, especially like the Christians on my channel, because sometimes I feel like they'll be a little more critical of things. But if you really understand the lyricism and the coding, I'm putting that in this track. That's why I waited till the end to talk about it. But that's what, you know, the underline. I don't want to go break down all the lyrics and be a cornball, but essentially that I believe the human species is the original technology created by God. And everything we do, we're just trying to recreate humans, like through AI, through our technology and biohack things. But I think people forgot that we're the original technology created by God, and to still put your faith and trust in God. That's essentially where I'm at with it. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
The truth was never written. It was woven into the trees, the wind, and the silence between thought. God speaks in nature, and nature never lies.
Man on a mission, I don't rap for commission. Quack, bang, big shock like the fat electrician. Stay in my position, putting facts over fiction. You hooked on every line now, that's an addiction. No cure for cancer, from the past to the recent. Somehow they brought dire wolves back from extinction, faster than blinking. Now my vision is clearer, genetic encryption. Three-headed chimera in this new era. These kids is all cap, straight jacket, hold arms. These kids is all strapped, fall back. Cause the way that I'm living, I made a decision to stop all the racial division.